Hello everybody and welcome back to Pathologic. So, we're fixing to talk to this kid,
Enough chin wagging.
Sticky. I, you're moving your head really weird, Sticky. Uh, yeah, it's not a good look. But anyways, so let's read about him. Bad Grief's take on him. Now that's what I call good thieving. A nimble lad he is, snatching a ring off your finger like there's no tomorrow, knowing all them ins and outs everywhere, and the lockpicks he makes. Man can always recognize the hand of a true master, don't you think? I'm totally making the lad my minion as soon as I get my hands on him. He's a snappish pup, all right. All bark and bite both, trying to keep away from good old Bad Grief. But who knows, perhaps one day he'll be the heir to the throne of the King of Thieves. It's anyone's guess if I'm really gonna do it. I just all of a sudden just started going into a really deep accent there. Whatever. Okay, Capella's take. That cryptic creature that he had encountered in some desolated corner of the town has really changed him. It seems to have turned into a mania. The main goal of his adventures used to be a non-existent hidden treasure, but now he's going crazy for that long-necked monster. He's positive that is the last vampire. That it is the last vampire is probably what they meant to put here. This is still a translation. It's a pretty good translation, but there might still be a few hiccups here and there. Want to see something fun? Sure. Look around. Some houses are always open for you. Others open for everyone only under special circumstances. If a person dies, or when there's a wedding or something. Others still are only open to those who can find a creep hole in. And, well, I collect places like that. I made a map a year ago. Now there are so many marks on it that there's no room for houses. I hid in a house for about 2 hours once. The owners were there, but they didn't notice me. Interesting.
So, I've seen this Haruspix. Didn't look too happy.
Will you teach me to tell a person's expected lifespan by their pupils? They say you've seen a silent house. I've seen it all right. Shouldn't have done that. Hey, can you check me? You know, like doctors do, just in case. Although, they say if you get sick, you can feel it straight away. It feels as if someone was pouring boiling tar straight into you. Yeah. Damn. No fever. You're fine. So have you sneaked into infected houses? Which ones? One's really close by, just across the yard. That's one freaky place, all right. All hot and smeared with bloody fat. Ugh. They say bloody mold was crawling up the walls during the first outbreak, too, like a scab. And there was bloody mold all over Alexander's house. This is rubbish. A scab on stone walls? Yeah, dude. We saw it. I know what I'm about. I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, earlier I explored around and kind of I tried to figure out some other gameplay mechanics, trying to figure out how to cook that meat. I never figured that out, by the way. And I found out some interesting things, which we'll talk about later, but let's continue on with this. But yeah, I did see Alexander's house, and it was covered in that red mold-looking stuff. I know what I'm talking about. That thing's carrying the disease. That's why it's so creepy. What if it crawls further, and no one cares? The guys try to tell them, if you see blood leaking from under a door, that's where a Shabnak, has had a feast. But no one believes them guys. Is it better never than late or something? What makes you think houses like these are infected? Nothing. I'm not that sure, really. But you said yesterday that Simon died of a disease, so I put two and two together. I'm not a baby. I know how things work, and I don't really believe in all that step stuff, even though I live next to the kin. My friend's father is a tanner. He says it's all hogwash, too. Yeah, so this kid's pretty smart. So a silent... What? Didn't we already ask him this? Come, I'll show you. Oh, I'll show you. You are not going anywhere. No, I'll show you. You are not going anywhere. You're staying home and waiting for me to return. Wait, I wanted to talk to him more.
Every joker's one step away from being a goner.
Will you teach me to tell... Okay. I really hope you've quenched your thirst for acts of valor. I think I know what we need to be looking for. I've heard all that stuff about a turnskin, a bloodsucker, a man-eater, about it being a man and about it being a woman. I've heard the tales of an invisible, many-headed beast that can go through walls, but that's all hogwash. Yeah, okay, saying there was no killer, I think there actually was a killer. See, I first believed, I went from believing that there was a killer at first to not believing that there was a killer. It was just a disease. And then I thought again, just because there's a disease doesn't necessarily mean that there isn't a killer. A killer, someone could have introduced the disease to the town. And who do I think that is? The powers that be. And I'll tell you why. I think they've created a weaponized disease, and they're testing it on these towns, on these backwoods little backwards towns, and that's what I think. And then they burn everything, after after it's all done, just get rid of all the evidence. And that's why there's no cure for it. But if they made it, they manufactured it, if I'm right, if my theory is correct, that means that they probably have a cure for it too. Possibly. Possibly. But anyways, I think, okay, blah, 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 blah. Alright, enlighten me. What else is there to find? The killer is unusual, but it exists. We need to be looking for the carrier of the disease. Right, Master? Now I hear a man talking. Who is it? A man-like creature, skin so pale that it seems to be gleaming. It comes from under the ground sometimes, turns up somewhere around the rotten field between the cemetery and the abattoir. A man-like creature, skin so pale. Somewhere around the rotten field between the cemetery and the abattoir. Have you seen it? Once. Not sure that was the thing, though. We've tried to follow it a couple of times, but it always knows it's being followed. Anyway, it fits the description. A rather strange thingy. I can even imagine why folks say it has several heads. Why? Because it does. That was a stupid joke. But I don't know. He could be telling the truth. There could be something supernatural going on too, but I don't know. I don't know. Listen to me. Your main quest is stay at home for now. Otherwise, you'll get infected and die. Do you believe me? Anyone who doesn't believe there's an outbreak is a perfect fool. We need to block off everything. Delay is tantamount to death, right? Right, but how do you know all this? Look, when people thought a man-eater was in the town, they locked their doors up. Only the brave ones didn't. And those who somehow knew that the rumors were all fibs. Got it? And those who somehow knew that the rumors were all fibs. Okay, people scared of the man-eater locked their doors up. The brave ones stayed outside. And the ones who are smart also stayed inside. True, I've seen very few open doors so far, and now some houses are standing ajar. They say there's moaning coming from inside. All in all, no one in their right mind would invite the disease to their home. I'd say that kind of welcome is a bad sign. The So you think I'm going to walk around pushing every door until one of them opens? What for? That's stupid. Even I wouldn't do that. There are other clues that set a dangerous place apart. Ask some guys around here. As for the girls, you can ask Grace and Capella. Not Murky, though. Her imagination is getting the better of her. She makes up a lot of weird stuff that gives me chills. Okay, other clues. Ask some guys around. As for the girls, ask Grace and Capella. Putting this down in my notes so I remember it. Talk to Grace and Capella. Murky is too imaginative. But she still might have some good information. Just don't take her too seriously. Thanks for your advice.
So, I've seen this Haruspex. Didn't look too happy.
Oh, I will when you grow taller than that polyhedron of yours. Alright, so save. Okay. Now, the clock is ticking, and it's, I wish it's a little later than I'd want it to be. 11:42, it's almost the middle of the day. I think we have a lot of stuff to do. I'm not real sure, but yeah, we need to get a move on. Alright, so where are we headed? Okay, we can go to Anna's house. And we can drop by and see Anna. And we can see Capella. We're gonna drop by both houses. We want every bit of information that we can get. Alright, let's move. And if there's anybody we might be able to help along the way, we'll try. I don't know how to look for the signs though. I did find out something very helpful. I am going, from now on, I'm going to start stocking up, like holding on to as many, like, what I thought were trash items, like needles, hooks, razors. I'm gonna keep as many of those around as I can, because as it turns out, those are currency. That's kind of something that the that the characters in the beginning were trying to tell me. The executor and the what was his name? The tragedian. They were trying to explain that to me. That some of them found, stuff that I would think was trash, they would find, very useful and priceless. And so yeah, I look in the trash every once in a while, and I find these needles and stuff, and I was just selling them off at first. I'm not going to do that anymore. Those are those are good to keep around. Because the little girls that are walking around and some of the other children, you know, like different, like they will trade stuff for that, for needles and whatnot. Like different kids will trade for different things, but some of them carry bullets, some of them carry medicine. Like, yeah, kids carrying bullets, but still, it's handy as shit. Alright, so let's talk to Anna. And Anna is a person of interest. I have a feeling that she may be, she may be possibly affiliated with the powers that be. Because whenever she moved into that house, the owners died of a mysterious illness. So that's very, very suspicious. But anyways, let's talk to her.
Whose child was crying there?
So what do you think? Is it unstoppable or start saving up pills? Tell me which ones work better. Oh, I think I already talked to her? I guess, well, I figured there were, like, new dialogue options would be unlocked. I guess I've already talked to Capella, too. Do I need to go back to Capella? Hope I'm not wasting time here. Grace. Who should I talk to first? Capella or Grace? And Capella's the one who told me to talk to Sticky. I don't remember if she told me to come back to her. Yeah, she's closer, so I'm gonna stop by there first. I hope that's not risky. Just in case, I'm gonna save right here, and if it's a waste of time, I'm gonna load back. Checking every trash can, dumpster along the way. Because I am a filthy hobo doctor, and I do not care about sanitation. Or I do not care about being sanitary. Sanitation, I suppose, like, whatever. Whatever. Words. Alright. Get in there. Talk to Capella.
It's hard for us to believe in things that lie outside of our scope.
Waste of time. Where you told me of the dubious endeavors of Sticky, a street urchin. Apparently the little rascal was quite distressed by the yield of his own exploits. If I can get my hands on him, then maybe I can shake out the location of the silent house. I have to enter the silent house if I am to confirm that the disease that killed Simon is spreading. Who other than Bachelor Dankovsky is qualified to make that kind of verification to the local authorities? Of course I must be careful. Ruben told me that the local drugstores are running out of immune system medication. Yeah! Can I talk to Ruben? Can I maybe get some good advice from Ruben? Would that be a waste of time as well? Probably. He's probably gonna be like, blah, 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 blah. What are you doing talking to me? You should be fucking like hurrying up and doing shit that's important. You need to be finding that plague, dude. You need to be getting your hands dirty. The problem is, my gloves are ruined, So there's no protection from the infection right there. Protection from the infection. Anyways. I feel like I'm ill-prepared to go into this silent house. I don't know where the fuck it is, though. I gotta find it on the map. It's somewhere. The rotten fields? Is that what he said? Between the cemetery and the blah blah blah? That's where that thing was showing up. That he was talking about. I don't know if he was telling the truth or not, though. I know I've seen the word silent house somewhere. Where are you? Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna go talk to Grace. So let's get over there. You know what? If I fail this day, I fail. So, and I'll load back to wherever. You know, sometimes it happens. I think there's a bit of trial and error involved. It's a little Zelda-like in a way, but without the time travel. It's like this town is fucking doomed. You know? But you gotta figure out a way to save it somehow. Or just save a little bit of it. Save who you can. Man, and I gotta be really careful. After I check this, I need to check out all the houses of my of the adherents, the bound, whatever. I need to check all of their houses. Fuck, I'm going the wrong way, damn it. I need to check all of their houses for signs of any kind of red mold or whatever, or infection. Because I don't want any of them to die. Yeah, I am a bit worried about that. Okay, so this is Grace's place, yeah? Yeah. Alright, Grace. What's up?
wrong with you?
Is there something wrong with me? Do I look bad? I hope not. Anyways, Katarina's take on her. She speaks to the dead. Boy, it sounds like a reliable source. Sometimes you can find her sitting by a grave and humming a lullaby. She offers them gifts, too. Quite unusual sometimes. Typewriter carriages, say, of birthday cakes with candles lit. She obviously has a great affinity for music, but plays no instruments. Her singing is enchanting but raspy, as if she was short of breath. Aspidy's take. Grace is nuts, plain and simple. You can easily recognize her by the breath. She inhales deeply, loudly, and hoarsely, as though it's hard for her to take air in, or as though she was about to break into tears. Her breath is fresh, though clean, even sweet-scented somewhat. That is actually rather uncanny considering her line of trade, and she talks to me as though I were dead too. It's hard. Not only do they need to be fed, but talked to as well. I need to find the words of comfort for them. Only then will they repay us with tenderness and joy. But now they are all anxious. Every single one of them is mumbling something. That's why I look so tired. What are you talking about? Of the dead themselves. Do not assume that people die forever. Not everyone does. Some people live underground and only die out for the lack of care. You have to always knock from this side so that they don't fade away. Let me examine your pupils. Okay, now your pulse. Do you take drugs? No, it's Twire the herb. We sleep in the very heart of the steppe, you know. I'm all green because of it. It's high time for that. It's high time for it at the moment. Can you hear how the air is tolling? That's Twire. Yeah, I also wonder. They said there's like Eva Yan was talking about an unusually high amount of this herb. That's it's a pollen or whatever that's coming out of it is like causing headaches and stuff like that, causing all kinds of negative symptoms for people that are outside and breathing the air. And yeah, Eva Yan said there was an unusually, like said, people were talking about there being an unusually high amount of it, and that this was unprecedented. So I almost kind of wonder, like, that's why also it sounds like the powers that be might be involved. I'm not sure, though. That's just a hypothesis, a theory, like I said. A game theory. Never mind. Everybody's made that joke. Everybody's made that joke. Unbelievable. The rulers should take some measures immediately.
They don't trust me. Like I don't know what to do.
Those whom you save will speak for you. Why is it silent now? That's it's spooky. It's a little creepier. Those whom you save will speak for you. Let's keep it on the subject. Well, Lady Caretaker, will you tell me about the man-eater? Yeah, let's keep it on this subject. Are you looking for the hair-eater, too? I'm telling you, I don't know who she is. She just ran off straight away and didn't speak to me. The what-eater? Who is that? Shabnakadir, the nail-eater. Everybody's looking for her. They say I let her eat the dead, but I didn't. I have no idea where she came from. Calm down. Who is this eater? Yesterday morning I found an empty grave. Maybe the strange girl with spiteful eyes slept there. But now they tell me that it was Shabnak hiding in there this whole time and that I wasn't watchful enough. Not true. I know who lies in my graves. Only my dead go there. Tell me about the girl. The girl dropped several fishing hooks and a lockpick. I'll give you the lockpick if you want. I'd give you the hooks too, but I've offered them to the dead already. Sorry. Do you know how good an omen a hook is? It's by the hook that the ancestors pull the souls of those who have achieved salvation up. So the souls get dragged to our world from underneath first, and then they go to heaven. You are a very kind girl, Grace. Thank you.
I have a feeling it's somewhere close. The very thing he's looking for.
Speak for me. To whom? I don't know. The dead told me to remind you that you will be spoken for by those whom you save, that's all. Is it true that you're going to leave us soon? No, it's not. That's great. This means I'll get a chance to play with you. Of course.
I think...
Okay, let's check you. Are you sick? Oh, better not be.
Yes?
Alright. Can I get those hooks too? Probably not smart to be wandering around in a grave. Another autosave. Like, But, you know, I also need to get my fucking, gloves fixed. Damn it. Yeah, because those gloves are handy in keeping myself from getting infected. Like, they give me just a little bit of protection from, getting my ass kicked by the infection by the plague, but, you know, every little bit helps. And all I need to do to get it fixed, I need to talk to one of the women in the towns, and they'll fix it for you. If you give them money, of course. So it's like they all, you know, all these townsfolk, you know, have different little roles, and it's really cool. I like how they weren't just background characters. You know what I mean? Like they weren't just there. Like they have purpose. It's really cool. And those guys that have the cigarettes in their mouths and the caps, the factory worker guys, they can repair your weapons and stuff. And the children give you bullets. 70 for needles. Good lord. Alright, sell the bracelet. And that's about it. Alright, now I can repair my gloves. I would really like some more protection though. But I spent all of my money on some bullshit that I don't remember. Well, I think it was, yeah, ammo. I spent all my money on ammunition, and I don't think that was a smart idea. And it was rifle ammo too, but at the same time, you know, it'll pay off in the future, which is cool. But I will manage. So I guess I should I just go to Isidore's house? I guess so. Yeah, because I'm not seeing the silent house anywhere. It might be one of these gray houses, because you see how this is. Yeah, this shows up, but it's gray. I need to just look. I'm going to look through these carefully. This is too tedious. Like, I'll cut it out. But I want to find that silent house, because I swear I've seen like that. I've seen like the name pop up before, the silent house. At least I think. Where are you? Where are you? This is still like, this is a very interesting game. I enjoy it. It has a cool mystery at the heart of it, you know, and you know, like the combat isn't that great, you know, and it is like it is kind of like a walking simulator at times, but you get to talk to all these interesting characters, and it's mostly, you know, like the story is cool, you know, like I'm interested in it, like I'm hooked. And from the view, and from the amount of views that I'm getting, like, it seems like people are interested in it, and I'm really glad if that's the case, if people do actually like it, because I like it too. It's cool. This is a cool game. Where are you? Yeah, I might need to talk to one of the townsfolk to find that house. Because even though I might have, like... I don't know my way around this town. Like, well, because I think he told me where it was, but I don't, like, know where those places are. What is it? Wait, hold on. Let's talk to this guy. What is it, Pop? Do you want to ask me something? So, have you defeated the foe? Found the root of evil? I mean, like, by the way, there was an accident once. Happened to a mate of mine. I'm all agog. What happened to this worthy man? So, you see, he broke a leg once, right? Also got himself kidney pains. It was early spring. March or so. Excuse me. And so he went off to gather them warts. 'Twas high time for them. Said he'd sell 'em so that they're made into potions. That is, twirine. Otherwise, they're pretty worthless. Wait a minute, so he went to gather warts with a broken leg? That's the point. That's the point when he broke it. Obviously, he went to gather herbs unbroken. Running around regardless of whether you're even whole or all in pieces is a modern thing. Things used to be different back then. So what does it have to do with the turnskin? Stop interrupting me then. He wandered far off. Darkness fell and all. So he thought he should get back. And then he feels like something has grabbed his leg. And it's all dark. So he thought that maybe he's grabbed too many herbs and roots so the earth wouldn't let him go. He took the best ones, too, the juiciest. Well, what was it? He looks down, and there's something holding him, something hand-like. Like a hand. Oh, boy. Doesn't seem like a root at all. Holding him fast, trying to get to his ankle. And then he sees that it's a bone hand. For real. So 'twas him, the Shabnak, and so my mate tried to break free and run off. Came back home and saw that his leg was broken. I see, so why the hell did you feel the need to waste my time telling me all this? Well, he got sick, right? So 'tis all medical stuff. You're a medic. It's a useful story for you, see? Thank you, good sir, thank you. Yep, for wasting my time. Because you're full of shit. Look, all I can think of is Isidore's house. See if there's a trace of infection there. That sounds like a good plan to me. And that's where I'm gonna check. And like I said, if I fail this day, I fail this day. It's all good. It's part of the adventure. I'm really enjoying this game. And I hope you guys are too. So, it's good to have people enjoying something like this, along with you. I think that's a really unique experience that only like YouTube and streaming can provide. Because video games are usually only enjoyed by one person, just by the person playing it. And, you know, YouTube and Twitch give a group of people, a large group of people, if you're lucky, to experience something really cool, to experience a video game, usually to experience a video game together. I kind of drifted off for a little bit there. Lost what I was saying, but you guys get what I mean, right? But anyways, it got my mind on all this mystery stuff and whatnot. And I am really not sure, like, if the cause of this disease is supernatural or... needle. Nice. But I'm not sure if this disease is the cause of something supernatural or if it's the work of the powers that be. But like I said, I'm leaning towards it being the powers that be. So. But you know, don't, like, you can't, like, before you know, like, all the information, you can't, like, totally commit yourself to a theory. Yep, see, there's Isidore's house, and look, it's covered in this red shit. So we're gonna head in there. Oh man, and fucking Alexander's men were in there, weren't they? Alright. Quick save. Get in that inventory. Okay, a piece of light fabric, a sheet, a tablecloth, or a cotton curtain used for moving around in infected areas in order to prevent accidental tactile contact with infected particles and surfaces. As a single-use item, it's usually thrown away before entering a building. Alright, we're putting you on. Okay. Now we need to find something. Traces of the infection. This is kind of spooky. What the fuck? What are you doing back here? Why are you here? Who is it? Is that a person? Will you help me? Oh my god, what are you doing back here? Oh my god, what's wrong with you? Can't you see me? I may be in a lot of danger right here. This might not have been a good idea to just put that fucking drape on. What's wrong? I'm a doctor. Let me examine you. So hot. It hurts. My head is about to burst. Blood is curdling in my veins. I'd scream, but I don't want the children to hear. Lie still. Don't come close. We are dying already. I told my sisters not to go outside, so they're shambling around the house. Oh, God. Who's shambling around the house, and why? Just don't kill us. Don't kill them if they ask you for help. Their mind is clouded with pain. They can't even find each other. They're only praying. Don't come close to them, and step away from me, too. I'll be back. Take the key. You'll be able to open the door if we lose consciousness. Hold on. Fuck. Wait. Okay, I'm getting infected. Shit. I don't know if I should get rid of this shit or not. I don't know if it's just like armor or what. Reputation, health. Immunity is down. Oh, God, exhaustion. Infection is up a little bit. Yeah, I need to pop some pills before I go back in here. In that place. Yeah, that was fucking bad. Check my journal. What is this house? What is the nature of that filth and of the inflammation that covered the poor woman's body? If the rulers require proof, then this is it. I will present Sabarov with the key, a grisly memento that unlocks the secrets contained within this diseased place. Is that such a good idea, though? Why Sabarov? Why does Sabarov specifically have to have it? Can I give it to someone else? Someone who will take good... Well, I guess Sabarov might be the one to take the best measures. But I don't know. I don't know, like, what... Because he's a person of interest to me. Because he's... There are some things that are a little suspicious. I haven't, like, gone over them, like, with you guys or anything. But still, like, I think there's a few things that are kind of suspicious about him. But anyways, we're gonna head on. We're gonna head on over to the rod, like right now, because that is. Oh my God. Yeah, that is bad. It's gonna just spread and spread and spread. Oh fuck. Yeah, this is about to get really bad, you guys. Like, I mean, this town is fucked. Like, oh boy, I can only imagine. So these people are infected and they just walk towards you like zombies because their minds are so clouded from the infection, and they just spread it even further. That's great. That's amazing. Do I have anything to lower the infection? Outdated immunity booster.
Now or never.
All right.
We need a decisive move.
I've found proof, Governor. Here is the key to a house where several people dying in agony are waiting for anyone willing to examine them. Will that be enough? I have already received a report of your spectacular success. News of your deeds precedes you. Now I want you to personally convey your opinion on what you have witnessed to Kane and Olgimsky. Then we can consider your mission complete. I will do that. Alright, let's head over there. Get this shit taken care of as soon as possible.
I can't stand it much longer.
Alright, let's go. Go, go, go. These guys have to know about this shit immediately. This is bad. This is bad, you guys. Like, just looking in that place, like, okay, yeah, red means scary, blah, 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 but to quote John Wolfe, harshly critical, big fan of his YouTube channel. But anyways, yeah, it looks pretty bad in that house. Like, I didn't even go in that room. That just seemed like a bad idea to go in that place. And I thought that was Isidore's house. Like, why were they in there? Well, either way, we've got to get this news to the town leaders. Quick. What time is it? Oh my god. 2:35. Well, I guess there's still a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, it starts getting dark at around like 9, so 7 hours. Hopefully that's enough time to get everything done. But shit. There was a lot of stuff to do on day one. Oh, and they said there was that bloody looking stuff. Aspity said there was that bloody looking stuff in the water. Oh, fuck. Like it's everywhere. This is bad. This is bad, guys. Like, the more I think of it, the more I think of all the different things that the people have said. We are in a lot of trouble. A lot. And this town needs to be quarantined right now. It should have been quarantined like a long time ago, I think. No, you can't fill up water from a public source. Even though, like, those aren't even pumping water right now, which is good, but... because you do not... This is the lump, I don't know what I'm doing. Get in there. And let this guy know.
Well, under the circumstances, any inheritance would be opportune.
See what you've done, Doctor? You won't be able to leave this place now. The town is blocked off. I've transferred my powers over to Sabarov. He didn't hesitate to express his gratitude by assigning me to the position of an intendant. Now I'm in charge of equipping and maintaining infirmaries. I'm not planning to leave. Pity. I wanted to ask a favor of you in return, but I will do that later. I want you to get to know your new allies better, the Kanes and the Sabarovs. Otherwise, it will be less dramatic. We will have an opportunity to come to an agreement.
Why are my children like this?
Alright. Now let's get to Georgie. What am I doing? Damn. Okay. And boy, that house looked bad. Really bad. So a red mold carrying this plague. Interesting. And I wonder, like, is it really natural? Like, it happened, like, Simon died at just the right time, you know? That's what's so weird about it. He died at just the right time. Right before I got there. And the powers that be are opposed to my character's work. So, I don't know. Just suspicious. But we don't have, like, enough evidence, really, to implicate the powers that be. Not yet. But I do have a few persons of interest. Alexander, Vlad the Younger, and Anna Angel are my three, like, main suspects so far. And I will probably accumulate more as time goes on. As information presents itself. I didn't grab any water. Shit. I guess I'll get it on the way back. But yeah, this town is in a bad place right now. Things are about to... Why are so many people out? Jeez. People should be inside. Fucking some bad shit's about to go down. But I don't know, maybe I don't know. I don't think they're safe from it anywhere because that fucking red mold. Man. They were talking about the red, the blood or whatever under your doorstep. They were confusing that mold for blood.
Who in this town can replace Simon? There's no one. The brain was removed from its head, the heart from its chest.
I feel guilty for having misled you, dear Bachelor. Forgive this old man. I thought your ignorance of our local affairs would mystically skew the circumstances in your favor. Forgive me if I was wrong. There is no unexpected news to be heard, is there? No, the disease is spreading around the town already. It is necessary that we urgently appoint mid-level executives, get all the doctors and hospital attendants. Let Saburov take care of that. After all, he was the one to demand emergency powers from us, which were granted. I have already sent all of my men to assist him, as well as an appreciable amount of money to further his administrative activities. We don't have any doctors or hospital attendants. The only man that knows something about medicine is currently examining my brother's body. It is strange that there's been no news from him so far. We need to send someone after him. And what about you? What are you going to do? We will fight until the very end. I will personally persecute those who would dare describe this disease as some kind of preordained divine retribution. I will attack anyone who would say Simon got what he deserved. Finally, I will not allow anyone to say that what Simon has built by ceaseless labor is subject to inevitable destruction. Retribution for what? Sooner or later, the one who dares challenge the mechanics of nature will pay the price. But this is not something we'd want to believe, is it? This is a conclusion drawn by people who tend to mistake their exhaustion for wisdom. However, even an echo would sometimes grow to become deafening noise. If people keep saying we're doomed, they might well bring about our extinction. What now, Judge? We're not that different from each other, dear Bachelor. I am grateful for everything you've done for us. I appreciate the risk you took to help us, and I am obliged for the disheartening conclusion you have reached. No matter what you are going to do, you can count on our full support. The reward we have promised you will be duly delivered. Victor will make all the necessary arrangements. I won't leave you on your own in this battle, Georgie. We have a common foe, and we will fight this foe together.
Most men
All
only
right.
die because they know not how to
Rallying the
defend dying.
troops. Do we still have a shred of hope? There is always hope. All right. So, I want to check real quick. I want to check on Eva Ann because she's one of the important characters that we need to keep alive. So I'm gonna head over there real quick, just make sure everything's all good. God, we're getting tired, and we're getting tired quickly. Oh boy. All right, we need to. Can we? So we have those coffee beans. Can we combine the coffee beans with water somehow and make coffee? I don't know, like I don't know how all the stuff in this game works. I still haven't figured out how to cook that meat.
Oh, what is there to talk about now?
My heart is beating so heavily it's about to jump out. Yes, so does mine. This damn it. So she's always there just in case we need to leave. Are you okay? Okay. Alright, I have no time to rest though. What do I have to do now? They are in concordance with one another. Not a moment too soon. I can go back to Alexander now, for I still have to present my official papers to him and discuss my further authority. I am bound by the power of my word. Whichever shape the enemy assumes, the substance of our confrontation remains the same. Alright, I'm going to get over to Alexander's and then it'll be time to stop the video. But this has been a very interesting video, to say the least. This is really cool. I'm ready to get into this. We're about to fight a plague, ladies and gentlemen. And we're gonna fight it with everything we've got. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna try to save this town somehow, or at least save some people, save as many people as we can. Because hey, like if I was a doctor, like that's what I would do. That's what I would try to do, at least. Okay, yeah. That's my timer. Blah, blah, blah. Be quiet, timer. So this video will just be a little bit longer than usual. Just a little bit. But it'll be worth it. Oh, can I get a bullet from you? Nope. You just have rifle ammo. I want pistol ammo. I need pistol ammo. Revolver ammo. Ooh. Bottle. Nothing in there. Yep, I want to stock up on as many needles as I can find. Needles, bottles. Yeah, bottled water. This guy will give you bandages and stuff like that. So, you know, like they don't always have something, but you know, like, yeah, we got a bandage. All right, and he will take 5 bottles of water. 2, 3, 4, 5 for these bandages. And that's a fair trade to me. At least I think it is. I'm not sure. I don't know who would take this pocket watch. I don't know like what characters are interested in that, but I guess I already filled my bottled water, didn't I? Or my bottles of my empty bottles. Oh yeah, and I need my gloves repaired. Would you kindly mend my clothes, dear? Yes. Alright, 533 to repair them. That's really expensive, but I think it's a good idea. Thank you. Thank you so much. That will keep me from dying from a horrible disease. How is my hunger doing? Going up a little bit. Exhaustion is pretty high. So that's something we need to consider. But it's getting close to the end of the day too. So this day seemed a little bit shorter. Like there's not as much to do. Ah well. That's alright. Or maybe that's just me. I don't know if all the days last the same amount of time or not. But for some reason, this day just felt shorter. Anyways. Keep looking through these trash cans and whatnot. Get as much as I can possibly get. If I see anyone walking around all weird and creepy like, they should probably go down, like just in case. Because at that point, I don't know, like if they're out in the open and they're trying to touch people and shit, like, ah, God, I don't know. And the little girl, the changeling girl, said that, you know, my character didn't care about casualties at all. But, like, if that was the case, like, I don't think he would really stay here and help these people. So, you know, like, of course, you have the choice of running out on them early when things get bad. But I intend to stay in this town till the end. Whether my character ends up dying or not, I'm going to stay in this town until the end. Ah, fuck. Wrong end of the building. Alright, come on, come on, come on. Get to Alexander. Alright, we're gonna save it right here. And, we will talk to Alexander in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Volwolf. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. and I will see you next time.